What's happening, y'all? Look, welcome back to another edition of my podcast. We call it the HiramGlyphics Podcast, man. Listen, again, like I believe that I use this particular podcast as a vehicle to push some conversations that I don't see happening on the daily in my city, Akron, Ohio, or Blackman, Ohio. So we make it exclusively for our not the Facebook family, but the YouTube family, you know what I mean? So today, simple. I'm going to talk about why it's important to be understood. Why it's important to know what it is you're saying and how to convey that thing, and whose responsibility is it to get somebody to understand where you're coming from. Now look, let's go for it, man. Listen, have you ever been talking to somebody and they don't understand what the hell you talking about? So you try to explain some more and they still kind of lost, and then you get flustered because this motherfucker don't understand what the hell you talking about. So you start talking louder like they deaf. They're not deaf, brother. They don't understand what the hell it is you saying. And so look, let me give it to you. It's like when you in school, they always tell you to raise your hand if you got a question. School encourages you to ask questions if you don't know what's going on. But what happens is once we get adults, we forget that. It's the teacher's responsibility to break it down, or the speaker's responsibility to break it down. So I'm saying like this: if the teacher who's degreed up, got his degrees, and he's in class with a fifth grader, and the fifth grader can't understand what the hell he or she is talking about, it's the teacher's responsibility to use those degrees that he or she has to translate what the hell he or she is talking about for the fifth grader. Okay? To translate. He's the ones with the degrees. The fifth grader is an empty bank. And you need to make mental deposits to make that child's brain be worth money, so he can go out and make money. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're not putting no deposits in there because the dollar bills are fucking wrinkled and you can't stick in the machine, the machine keep ejecting and ejecting, what are you gonna do? You gonna fold the damn bill up over and over till you can get that machine to accept the bill. Same thing. If you're the one with the information and you trying to convey it, it's behoove you, teacher. You're the one with the degrees to get that student to understand. You ain't supposed to stop. But usually in our experience, they tell you that the student is slow, and Lord knows what happened after they deem you slow. You're in special classes and all types of shit, right? So check it out. Let's juxtapose that to an adult relationship. Your woman is talking to you, and you don't understand exactly what it is she's saying. So you asking her, I don't get it. And she explained it again, but she's a little louder. You're like, I don't get it. She explains it again. She gets a little belligerent. Okay, because she's getting flustered because you don't get it. But she ain't changing the dialogue. I mean, she ain't changing the wordplay. She's just saying it harder and louder like you can't hear. Okay, at the end of the day, it's her responsibility because she's the one with she's the one with the message she's trying to convey. Our people seem to think that if you don't get it, you the dummy. No, motherfucker, you the dummy. You can't convey what it is you saying in your words. If you're standing before a real human being who is working, okay, intelligent enough to hold a job and pay bills, and this person cannot understand what it is you're saying, and you get out of the pocket and you get out of line, you are the fool, not him. You the fool. You can't figure out intellectually how to convey what you need to say to this person. You don't know how to translate what you're saying. You don't have the vocabulary or and 9 out of 10 dealing with our people, we don't need big vocabulary. You just don't know how to translate to this dude what it is you conveying. You could be talking about something at your job and you assuming he know what something like a total inventory management sheet is. So you just throw it out there. You're like, I can't follow you. So the whole thing may be about, this is just a little story I'm giving y'all, something I'm making up. So let's say she comes home and she's talking about how the the Tim's report is fucked up, and he like, wait a minute, I don't understand, who is Tim? And she like, the Tim's report. He like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Those should have been printed up and should have been done before I got there. And he like, what the hell are you talking about? The Tim report. Now he don't know Tim is short for Total Inventory Management Sheet. Okay? He don't know that. You're not conveying that to him. But instead of you identifying, getting off your emotional vibe and understanding that he's literally telling you he don't understand what you're talking about, it's really on you that you got him lost. So listen, don't get mad when you ciphering with somebody. Don't get mad when you trying to explain something to somebody and you're not doing an adequate job. Don't be the teacher, man, calling our kids slow because they don't understand what you're saying. And be the one with the better vocabulary. Be the one who can translate what it is you're saying to just about anybody you talking to. Because making no doubt, you ain't gonna get all out of shape when your ass at work at your corporate job. When the white man tell you they don't understand what you're saying, you gonna hit the culture switch, start talking like him and everything. You probably do that anyway. Got the culture switch, you don't sound nothing like you sound at home. And you at work tap dancing, boot licking and butt kissing. And don't come with no attitudes because the motherfucker don't understand. You figure out a way to articulately express yourself on the job. You come home, you just throw that out the door. Don't act like you ain't got to, man. Listen, we can go on and on, days and days and days when it comes to this. At the end of the day, you the one with the message. You need to convey it if you're trying to make that thing happen. Again, it's the HiramGlyphics, y'all. Y'all better feel me before they kill me, y'all. Peace.